Hi guys, it's Jackie M back for Masters of Malaysian Cuisine in Series 7, which is a very, very special series where all our chefs cook recipes from Her Majesty Queen Azizah Malaysia's cookbooks. And tonight we have Chef Johari Edrus, who is from Masters. I'm sorry, I've got my son Noah who's using a communication device to talk, if you can hear it in the background. But anyway, welcome everyone. Welcome Chef Johari Edrus, who's originally from MasterChef Malaysia. And also we've got the lovely Francis Kuijk in the Netherlands. Francis is the author of an Indonesian cookbook called Bersama. But guys, make sure you say hello and let us know where you're watching from. And also just do a hashtag live if you're watching this live, and hashtag replay if you're watching a replay. And again, thank you so much for joining us. And let me just quickly play a clip from Tourism Malaysia, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. Hey, now, we're ready to go. Come on, come on, come on. Gotta make a move to get there right now. Somewhere nice that we can get away. Better than the ordinary day. You're my paradise. Malaysia, truly Asia. Guys, Jackie M back for Masters of Malaysian Cuisine, and thanks again for joining us. And I have my son Noah in the background trying to look for food. But yes, thank you, Chef Johari. Great to have you. And I noticed that you're wearing a songkok. So, Chef Johari, which recipe from the Queen's cookbooks did you decide to make today?
Yes. This is a very simple cuisine. Actually, it's very I would say very kampong, really kampong cooking. Very simple, great. And but in awesome, yeah.
Okay, fabulous. We're looking forward to seeing what it is. And Francis, like I said, guys, Francis is originally from Australia. Is that right?
Yes.
So yeah, I always find I find it really comforting to hear Australian accents in these live broadcasts. So great to have you back with us, Francis. And now, like I mentioned earlier, Francis is the author of a cookbook called Bersama, which is very, very highly regarded over in the Netherlands. Unfortunately, at this point, it's still only in Dutch, but we're working on getting an English publication. Is that right?
Yes, we are, and I can't wait.
Okay, fantastic. All right, guys, I'm going to leave Francis to co-host Chef Johari Edrus, and I'm going to come back and talk a little bit more with Francis and also with Chef Johari in a bit. Okay, guys, thanks again, Francis, for doing this, and thanks, Chef Joe. I'll be back in a bit.
See you soon. Hi, Chef. I'm looking forward to this.
Hi, Francis. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm good. But how are you? You've got all kinds of fresh stuff there. Can't wait.
Yeah, this is all those cooking that really the ingredient required in the recipe.
Yeah. Looks really good.
Today we're going to do something. Maybe I think it's quite familiar to you in Indonesia. I don't know whether you have this recipe in your book, Bersama.
No, well, I don't have this recipe.
Yeah.
And there was one or two ingredients I can't wait to see you use. So let's go. I can't wait.
Okay. Anyway, patut menjunjung kasih pada Tuanku untuk sudi berbagi resipi ini untuk ditontonkan di seluruh dunia. Jadi patut harap resipi ini akan memuaskan hati Tuanku dan juga penonton lain. Okay. Welcome to the MOMC and the culinary cooking for the Her Majesty Queen of Malaysia from her cookbook. And today is actually a very simple cuisine. What we need here, we have a pumpkin, and all those green that you can see around here actually is a pumpkin shoot. So you can even see here there's some flowers here from the pumpkin, and of course we need the onion, and we need some lemongrass, chili, and of course this is turmeric leaf, and onion, and of course this is ikan bilis. Yeah, anchovies.
Anchovies.
Yeah, anchovies.
Yes.
And of course, the last one is the santan or the coconut milk.
And the anchovies, they're dried anchovies?
Actually, what we do, we need to cut this into a cube. Actually, actually, I already cut some of those ready because we'll take some time to boil pumpkin. So I don't want to waste a lot of time on viewers to look at this when boil the pumpkin. So anyway, already boiled. What we require is 3 cups of those light santan, the light or coconut milk. You know, when you in the kampung, you have to need to grate your own coconut. So normally you will first you have the first one, and this very thick one. So this is what the thick one, and later on you'll be second one, third one to become lighter. So this is where we cook it with the pumpkin first. So what we do, I already cut the pumpkin into some cube like this, and already put some the light part of this coconut milk inside here.
Okay. So that is
we just
So that is the diluted coconut that the Queen talks about.
Diluted
coconut
milk. Coconut milk. Yeah. After you squeeze the first and the second one, the third, fourth, and fifth is the liquid one.
Yep.
Okay, for the lemongrass, what you do, you just slightly tap to bruise at the back, give you the aroma. Yeah, so you can smell the aroma. So you just put in there. I just only here. Alright. So I have the onion here. So what you need only a quarter onion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you cut like this, nice, and so becomes so cute as well. So just all put in the together, and then I have the chili or shake chili, and I already cut the chili into quarters as well, and become like this. Yeah. So you see that the chilies, so there's no seed inside there. So you just put inside there as well. So now you boil it, and then of course the turmeric leaf, turmeric leaf. You can smell when you spill it. So I just take it only the side part because you have this the middle, you have the heart, you have the heart. So I remove here.
Chef, can I just ask about can I ask about the chilies, the heat? Do you find that the chilies are do they all have the same heat intensity, or are some hotter than others? And do you de-seed the chilies to make it less hot?
Yes, normally different chili will give a different hotness of the chili. Yeah, depending if you see like jalapenos or this kind of thing are very spicy. So what this kind of chili is not really that spicy. No. But normally I just syrup because I do not want to have the seed inside the gravy when you eat the rice next. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you always de-seed.
So this is the what? Lemon, the turmeric leaf. Yeah? So what I do, I just make it very fine, shredded, so that you don't, whenever next time when you eat, you don't feel like you're really eating a real leaf. Yeah. So make it fine, slightly fine, so you can see. Yeah. You can.
Yes.
Yeah. So I can. Yeah. Alright, so now we boil this one slowly, and of course the anchovies. Yeah, you just need a little. What you do, you need to pound it coarsely. You don't have to be so fine because you just want to bring up the flavor of the anchovies. Yeah, when you boil it. Yeah. And so that you don't really bite the whole anchovies in your mouth because this is a dry anchovies.
No. So are you grinding them completely fine?
I did not grind. I just pound it slowly, so it becomes not really that fine, but just see, you can see it's coarse one. This is actually to bring back the aroma of the anchovies, so give that body flavors to the sauce.
Yep.
So, okay, we can just boil for a while.
So how long did you have the pumpkin already on simmering to get it to wait before you started? How long did you have it on?
Okay, the pumpkin, if you simmer very slow fire, will take about 10-15 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I do not want to boil here too long, otherwise we would drag our show become very long. Yeah. So now you can see boiling. So
and do you think that?
Yeah.
Do you think it matters what sort of pumpkin you use? Because there are so many different sorts of pumpkin.
I think this pumpkin, because this is the kind of pumpkin that we get in Malaysia, and you can use different kind of pumpkin as well. I think there shouldn't be any problem.
No.
Yeah, as long as they will give you some sweetness, you know, and some nice bite when you mix together with the sauce. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, for this for the shoot, yeah, you can see all the shoot here. Of course, you cannot take all those leaves, but you will take only this part of the shoot. This part of shoot, yeah. You will have this kind of shoot, and also there's some small leaf you can use. But normally, before you use, but you have to rub. Normally they will rub this one. Actually, to remove the gristle, you know, there's some those powdering things on it. Correct. You take out all the gristle, then after that you can wash it. Yeah.
I've actually never seen that before. I love it.
So now I already washed. Yeah. I already washed these things here. Just ready for this one. Yeah. So for this one, I just boil it first so that we can take it cook slowly. Okay. And then you can see the shoot part. But normally this one we don't take because it's a very twinkle. Sometimes when the kids eat, so it will start to your throat. Yeah. Because it's a little one here. So normally what we do is just take it out this one, yeah, and sometimes the stem you can clean a little bit so that you can have some soft stem, yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Actually, this is quite difficult to find this leaf as well because you can only go to the village or what we call it in Malaysia in real kampung, yeah.
We've got Zalia Kadir.
Actually, this one I already reserved about. Yeah.
We've got Zalia Kadir saying hi from Bristol.
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. How long does it keep if you get it a couple of weeks ago?
Pardon?
How long does it keep?
I can hear you.
How long do the shoots keep when you get them?
The shoot?
Yeah.
Oh, this one. This one I ordered this one from farmers. You know, I went to the farmers market because down here at the Selangor, there's one very big farmers market. They call it farmers market in Kelana Jaya, in nearby Petaling Jaya. So at this market, so they sell a lot of things from the village, and mostly the farmers are selling their own product there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I already booked with the lady. I said, "Can you get me some of this leaf?" So she was wondering. He said, "Quite difficult to get nowadays."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So anyway, she try her best and go to deep. Yeah.
So you really need to find somebody that is that has their own fresh produce.
Yes. Because I think this dish is quite very classic and normally is cooked by only those who stay in very rural area, that kind of thing. Yeah. But I don't think now in the town like this, people are cooking this kind of the pumpkin shoot. Yeah. So now you can see it's already boiled. So I think it's quite soft already, yeah, because I already boiled earlier. So now what I put, I just put the shoot. Actually, this shoot you can produce in different kind of cooking as well.
What does it taste like?
For example, you can stir. The taste will be slightly mushy.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And woody, yeah, because yeah. Because have you seen the plant of the pumpkin?
Mm-hmm. They grow quite wildly, don't they?
It's a creepers, no? It's a creepers.
Yeah, it's a creeper. They grow quickly
Yes,
too.
Yes. So we just boil it for a while, make it soft, and then before we go for the next hour, thick coconut milk. Yeah?
We have lots of viewers watching, so if you have any questions or things you'd like to say, let us know.
So the Thanksgiving is just over. So we have a lot of those pumpkin left over. They probably can cook this one. Or actually, this pumpkin shoot, they have so many remedy or something special about it. You know, for those in the old folks, for them, they say this is good for the remedy for fertilities. No, if you don't have any kids, you married for many years, you don't have any baby, so they advise the lady to eat this one because this one they contain they contain omega-3 acid. They have also vitamin C. They have zinc and very high content of iron. So which is good for the fertility for the woman fertilities. Yeah.
Wow, that is it's such an unknown vegetable or a unknown product. So it's great to hear that.
Yeah. And this one also is good for those who are having diabetes. If you take it frequently, so you bring down your sugar level.
Oh.
Yeah. And also it's a this is also for the ladies for the good complexion that like in Indonesia they will say what they say how do you say the Indonesian one?
For the complexion.
Beautiful girl, how do you say?
Cantik. They're cantik.
Cantik. Cantik.
So how's the stew looking? Is it?
Because you have
how's the stew looking? Is it nearly already cooked?
Yeah, it's almost already cooked. Yeah, because I already boiled the pumpkin earlier, so that it doesn't take so long for the viewers to wait for the cooking.
And what would you
Because actually it's very simple. Just take
What would you normally serve? What would you serve this with? I was just looking at Her Majesty's recipe, and doesn't say whether you eat it with rice or with any other vegetables. Do you eat it on its own, or do you eat it with something else?
Normally in a Malay cuisine, so this kind of thing of food is only another dish for the rice. Yeah. So now you can see already nice boil. So I add up for the final one for the thick coconut milk. So you give some not too thick, but you can give those creamy flavor to the end. Yeah. So okay, now okay.
So how are you? Do you smell the anchovies in the dish, or is it a subtle flavor?
The smell anchovy, because normally for those, if you do some good stock, you want to make some good stock for vegetable and so on. You can always boil your anchovies in the water, put some onions, and maybe you want to put some carrot or some celery, and just simmer for a while, and then maybe from 1 liter just reduce to for about 500 ml, and then you can keep that stock nicely. It becomes very nice and sweet for your vegetable dishes.
Yes, nice, lovely. That's something that we don't do very often. We don't often make our own stock anymore, but the flavor in homemade stock is beautiful.
Really, but normally what I advise some of my friends or some of the viewers, what you can do, you can keep it a lot and just you have these ice cube containers.
Yes.
So you just can pour in your ice cube container and keep frozen and buy more.
Yep.
And then after that, you can take out all into a cube and keep in the bags.
Yes, it's a perfect
So whenever
idea.
you saute your vegetable, just throw 1 or 2 cubes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great idea. And you could use this when you have it like that in the freezer. It's perfect for all kinds of sauces.
Right. True.
Yeah.
Even like say you have those like your sambal, no?
Yes.
Even your sambal belacan, you can even put also in the cube and frozen it.
Yeah. I use my I put my sambal in the freezer.
Now it really smells good, yeah. So you put some salt to taste. But I am not be able to try my dish at the moment because today I'm doing my my routine weekly Monday and Thursday fasting. So I can only break my fast at only about 7:15 after it.
Okay. So is there somebody there that's going to taste it?
Because maybe I can call my son to try.
Yeah.
So now it's almost ready. You can see. So you don't want to boil until the pumpkin until too mushy. Yeah. So now you can see there, and then you can see the vegetable.
Yeah, you still want it a little bit firm.
Yeah. Okay. So now it's already finished. I just clear it like this. So, do you remember? Do you have this at home?
The bowls are they?
Not the bowl. Actually, it's a clay pot.
Yes.
This is a clay pot.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Hello. Yeah, this is a clay pot. Yeah. So okay. So now you can see. Yeah, you can see it's ready. Smell good.
Yeah. Do they
this one go well with...
Chef, can I ask a question about the curry leaves again? The curry leaves, the turmeric leaves, they give you flavor, but do they also give you color?
Yeah.
Turmeric is
doesn't give color to the sauce, but it will give you the flavor like what you do for rendang.
Yep.
So that will give you a very nice, pleasant smell, of a turmeric.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Wow. And do you you're using a clay pot? Do you warm the clay pot beforehand?
Yeah, no, this one you can also warm the clay pot beforehand if you want.
Yeah.
Or actually we can cook inside this clay pot straight away.
Yeah.
Because my clay pot is a bit small.
Yeah.
So that's why I use a bigger pot to cook, and I present it in this pot. Yeah. Okay. Nice. So now you can see.
Beautiful. Wow, look at that. It looks so fresh.
The texture shouldn't be too thick and shouldn't be too light, yeah? If you can see from here, this like this, and you can see that's nice back here, not too thick, yeah? So it's not like a soup either. It's not really, so it will be nice texture, yeah. Yeah,
beautiful.
I asked my son if he wants to try.
Yeah.
So okay, here we are. So I can put somewhere here. Yeah. All right. So here's the dish.
Well, it's a recipe that doesn't take too long to make. So
you can see some of the shoot again. Some shoot here. Yeah.
It's a recipe that you can prepare for a midweek meal too.
Yeah, the recipe doesn't take too long to make. And you need just to boil the pumpkin in the first, the third or fourth squeeze of the lighter santan. Yeah.
Nice. Beautiful. I wish I could taste it.
Maybe I can keep frozen and sell to DHL to you.
Who knows?
But actually, let's see, because this should, because we have all those for the fertility for the ladies, it's similar to what in the Western we have this spinach, spinach.
Spinach. Yes.
Yeah, spinach, and then we have broccoli, spinach, broccoli. Or maybe the other one is, have you tried the beet leaf?
From beets, from the red, yeah, they do eat that
beetroot,
here.
The beetroots, normally you take the roots, but you never take the leaf, right?
Yeah.
Actually, that leaf is good for the for woman fertility.
Ah, there you go. It has so many more benefits than we know.
The same as the broccoli and as well as the spinach.
All right, ladies.
Contain very high zinc and iron.
Ladies.
Beautiful.
What's the name of that?
Okay, voila, that's about it. Yeah.
What's the name of that plant again, Chef Joe?
So, which one? This one is actually is a pucuk labu.
Pucuk labu. All right. So it's pumpkin.
Pumpkin shoot.
Yeah.
Labu is pumpkin.
Yeah.
But to me, I think this dish is a bit cruel. You know why?
Why?
Because you already take the pumpkin, you even take the shoot.
You take everything. It's not one. No. Oh, that looks really, really simple,
like
right?
you're having a chicken together with the egg. It's very cruel.
That's funny.
But actually, this one you can turn into a vegan dish.
Yeah. And
so
what would you substitute?
Maybe you can put maybe a dry shiitake.
Yeah, that would taste wonderful. The shiitakes would do a really great job in it. Yeah.
To replace the anchovies. Then the dish can be vegan already.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, that looks really cool. Yeah, I might give it a shot. Doesn't look too hard at all. Now, Francis, I want to talk to you a little bit about your cookbook, which is called Bersama, which in Malay or Indonesian means together, right?
Yes.
Now, what inspired you to write the book, and what got you into food in the first place?
Well, getting into food, I was raised with a mum that loved being in the kitchen, and I joined her. She brought me into the kitchen, and I learned to cook. And I think, when I participated in the Bake Off a few years back, for me, it was a trigger to realize that my passion and my heart lies in the kitchen. And with Bersama, it was really about being together, because it's something right now, particularly right now in COVID times, being together is something we look for and something we want and something that a lot of us miss. And Bersama is all about eating together, cooking together, being together, because that's the heart of our kitchen. That's the heart of our home.
Yeah, food definitely brings people together. Now, Now, I want to ask you about your recipes, because I haven't had a chance to look at your cookbook yet. To be fair, I mean, it's in Dutch, so I've got that. I can see. Now, are the recipes designed to suit people cooking at home in the Netherlands? Like, are the recipes tweaked so that, the ingredients are based around what you can get in the Netherlands, or what was your approach to it?
Well, for me, I'm actually a home cook, and I write for the home cook. So for me, there were a couple of things that were important. All of the ingredients had to be readily available, and it had to be achievable. They had to be recipes in there for parties or for gatherings, but also recipes for midweek meals. A little bit of everything, because for me, it's important that it's all doable.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. Now, which part of Indonesia is your family from?
My family comes from Middle Java.
Okay.
So it's mostly the cuisine or the cooking that we do, the style of cooking is slightly sweet, because of course in Indonesia, and probably the same in Malaysia, there are so many different styles of cooking. and some are hotter than others, some are saltier than others. And with me, it's slightly sweet.
All right, cool. Chef Joe, have you been to Java?
I've never. I think I've been there. I think I've been to.
Sure. Yeah.
But not the whole Java. I was in maybe in Medan.
Oh yes.
Medan.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So Francis, have you traveled around Indonesia? Did you have to go around Indonesia to look up recipes?
Well, not yet. I was in Indonesia for 3 months quite a few years back, and this year we had a culinary trip planned, which of course we had to cancel for safety measures. So it's definitely on my list for next year. As soon as we can travel, that's where I will be.
Sure.
But a lot of the recipes I have, they're home recipes. They're recipes I've grown up with.
Gotcha.
And then as you grow as a cook, you learn and you try new things, and that's where a lot of it has come from. So traveling to Indonesia, not as much as I would like.
Gotcha. Okay, sure. And the other thing I want to mention for everyone is that Francis also does Zoom cooking lessons. Is that right?
Yes, I do. They're great. I do businesses. I do groups. I do functions. All kinds of things. It's a fabulous medium to do online workshops.
Very cool. Was that something that was inspired by the lockdown, or have you done
Yes.
this for a while?
No, absolutely. I think we went into lockdown, and 2 weeks later, I started my first workshop.
Fantastic.
And
Fantastic.
It's really good. It hasn't stopped since.
Okay. Great.
Francis.
Yes.
Do you have kerabu in your recipe book?
Cookbook?
Kerabu.
Kerabu. What is that? I don't know what that is. What is it?
Kerabu.
Kerabu. What is it?
Maybe in Indonesia they call it differently. Kerabu actually. In fact, this shoot, you also can make into nice kerabu. Kerabu actually is a very simple one. What you do, you blanch the vegetable.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you can just use maybe like Brazilian spinach or something like that. You can just make it raw.
Yes.
So all you have to do, you just pound some chilies and then onions, some bit of garlic, and then
So
you can have these grated coconuts.
Yes.
Or sometimes you can toast the coconut and become desiccated coconut.
Is that a little bit like
become like crispy, and then you blend into your salad. And then
that sounds great. No, I don't know it, but it sounds wonderful.
Yeah, you know what?
I think there will be some other thing in Indonesia.
Malaysia and get her to check out our kerabu.
Yes.
This can be a side dish or can be an appetizer.
Yeah, very nice. Sounds great. And it's a little bit dry then too, is it? Yeah, nice. Love food. I love food.
Yeah, I know. So I love how Malaysian food and Indonesian food.
Yeah, very humble. Because Francis, Her Majesty is a very humble lady. She's very close to the heart of the people. That's why her cooking a lot more really touch people's heart. Like it's a very simple thing from the farmers' plants and turn into a nice delicacy like this.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, for those who don't know, the recipes from the Queen's cookbooks are actually based around the traditional recipes in even the deepest jungles in the state of Pahang, which is her adopted home state. And she actually went out and scoured the entire state for recipes from all the different ethnicities and even right to the Aborigines in Pahang and brought them together to preserve in these cookbooks so that they're not kind of forgotten knowledge. And I'm sure, Francis, you would know as well, in Southeast Asia, there's always that danger of things getting forgotten and left behind sort of thing. So this is an amazing initiative by the Queen of Malaysia to preserve these recipes.
For those who want to buy the book,
if that's so important.
Yeah,
that's so important. That was one of the themes throughout my book, is that it is so important for us to give these recipes to the generations that follow us, because otherwise they will be lost.
Agreed completely. Yeah. Salam sejahtera. Apa khabar semua? Someone's just saying hello. Hamima says hello earlier on, and Karen watching from Melbourne in Australia. Annie watching from the UK. Yeah, Paul Gray and Aida. Assalamualaikum. Bob, Zaleha. Yeah, everybody is saying hello, sort of thing from earlier. We had some technical problems, not insofar as the broadcast is concerned, but in terms of showing our viewers and showing the comments, sort of thing. So I'm sorry we said hello and we didn't see them, but it seems to be a problem with the platform we're using to broadcast. But thanks very much for this, Chef Joe. That looks like a very easy recipe that anyone can have. And like Chef Joe was saying earlier, you can easily turn this into a vegan version if you so wish. But obviously, I think like the Queen's original intent with these recipes is to be as faithful as possible in terms of preserving how they're actually prepared, traditionally. But at least we can still, like, if you're vegan, then maybe change up a little bit here and there just to suit your palates, right? Francis, we are gonna like hold you.
Francis, if you can try this, you don't have the shoot. You can replace with maybe a spinach like that, no? And then you can make it slightly dilute, and then you can go for your evening soup and done with some nice bread. And during the
I will
winter
definitely
time,
do that. Nice. Yeah, I will definitely do that, because the recipe looks fabulous.
Yeah, guys, again, if you want to check out the recipe,
if you want to have it,
if you guys want the recipes, your best bet is to buy Queen Azizah's cookbooks, and you can do that at ceminasayang.com. Otherwise, you can also sign up at our website, malaysianchefs.com/join today. You want all the recipes from this series as well. Right, Chef Joe, like I said, is a true master of his cuisine. Chef Joe usually is famous for eclectic cuisine, but to this series, because it's the Queen's cookbooks, he stayed very, very traditional with this. All right, so we're really excited to try this out. Francis, where can people find you online?
Francis Bucked and Cooked. It's a Dutch thing.
Yep, sorry, go on, Francis.
Okay, sorry. Actually, this dish you can turn into eclectic as well. You can always turn into eclectic. Francis, maybe if you have some leftover, what you do, just put a little more of stock, and then you can blend it, become like a puree, no?
Oh, nice, yes.
Then you
make some
nice
of pumpkin
leftover,
soup.
Make some crouton and throw on top of it, and then you can have another kind of soup.
I'm going to post it on Instagram so that we can connect with another version.
Francis, I'm going to quickly type up your URL. Is it Francis?
Francis with an, and then you can do Francis Bucked BAKT.NL.
FrancisBucked.NL. Okay. Let's just enter this. Okay, guys. Oops, I spelled it wrong. Oops. Did I?
FRANCIS. Yeah.
Bucked.nl. Okay, cool. Yep. Guys, look at Francis's Zoom classes. They're still actually in Dutch, aren't they? We're gonna anglicize everything about Francis by the time we're done with her.
Good, I'm all for it.
Yeah, we're gonna bring back the Australian in Francis. All right, guys, thank you so much for everything. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Great to have you again, and thank you so much, Chef Joe, for another beautiful session. I love Chef Joe's setup. Always goes over and beyond in terms of his his preparation and all that. Guys, again, thank you so much for tuning in, and don't forget to check out our next session that's going to be coming up as part of our partnership with Masa Apa Tak Jadi Hari Ini, and that's going to be on Wednesday, okay, with one of our other chefs. And have a wonderful night, everyone, and we will see you maybe in Malaysia one day with Francis.
Sound problem.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. But otherwise, we'll see you online before then. And until then, you can all dream now and travel later while Malaysia awaits you. Okay. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you, Chef Joe.
Bye.
Thanks, Francis.
Bye.
Bye.